call this State of the City for the City Clerk's office to order. I want to go over our agenda today, which is to review our achievements, go over our goals for next year, go over our stats, and go over the projects and work we've done over the last year. My biggest goal last year was to gain and share knowledge, and we did that through social media, records request and retention, and going to over 40 hours of continuing education. Goals next year are I want to have more training opportunities for myself and those within my department, reorganize our cemetery records, and go more towards electronic filing so we aren't going through just mounds and mounds of paperwork. Next, I want to go over all the things that we did last year. We went to several meetings, 12 council meetings, 12 work sessions, 4 special calls, and 12 planning commission meetings. For those meetings, we had 432 agenda items. We passed 19 ordinances. We fulfilled 174 records requests, 12 city manager reports, 87 work orders for City Hall, 30 bids, 65 cemetery plots, and annexed 8 properties totaling 35.51 acres being annexed into the city limits. We had several permits and licenses last year. We had 158 new business license, 3 peddlers permits, 5 transient vendor permits, 73 yard sale permits, 86 beer license, 25 liquor, 972 business license renewed, and 15 street closure permits. Let's talk about the behind the scenes for projects that we worked on. We worked on the recreation center, which is just across the street from where I'm sitting. This took a lot of time and energy from our department, and I'm so thankful that this project is off the ground and running. We also worked on the parking lot lease for the downtown area. For the sidewalk project, we lost around 15 parking spots, I believe, and so we wanted to incorporate a parking lot downtown to gain some of those parking spots back. We worked with the county to achieve this, and I'm very excited to say that we will get more parking downtown for all the events that will be happening. We also worked on several annexations, which I mentioned earlier. Those can take anywhere from 2 to 3 months start to finish, and I'm very thankful for our street department and the engineering department for working with us on those and always helping make sure that everything got done when it was supposed to. We also had this council swearing in December for our new council members, Dr. Mark Fox and James Mayberry. We're excited to have them on council. And we worked with the airport to have the new tenant leases and get new tenants in who are actually flying and have aircraft. So that was super exciting to work on. We also did a charter review and changes, and that was something that I had never done before, and that was a good experience. I'm glad that we did that. So what's new this year? We updated several ordinances like I mentioned earlier, and we organized our vault. So our minute books start all the way back at 1901 and go through probably June 2025 is the most recent ones that we've copied in. They are the minutes for every single meeting that we have had since the start of the city. If you want to review them, you just come to our office and we'll let you come in here and look at them. But they're also available online for our Laserfish upgrade, and then you can also go to our Granicus link and look at them through there, and I think those start in 2014. But this is just a really valued part of history for Crossville because you can see everything that the city started with into what we're doing now. So this is the minutes from 1901. They were handwritten. Thankfully, I don't have to do that. But we don't go through these books often because we want to preserve the records. Christy at the police department and I actually took over several records for the court records to the archive. So if you wanted to look at court records from way back in the day, you can go to the county archives and look at those. There were some pretty interesting cases in there. Our favorite ordinance can be found online. It's not in the book, but it prohibits swearing in public, and it was the first ordinance passed for the city of Crossville. Fun fact. That one has been repealed because First Amendment. We also added cameras to stream the meetings so you can watch all of our meetings online, and I encourage everyone to do so. We moved the work session to council chambers, and that lasted all of 2 meetings. So we're going to move those back upstairs, and we're going to add cameras to the work session, which thanks Lee for that. And then we also created our records retention policy. So when Shred Day happens, I think it actually just happened by the time you guys will be watching this video, you will have something to go off of for retaining your records. So that's exciting for everyone. We also did a Laserfish upgrade so the public can have more access to all of our, not all of our records, but more records than they had access to before simply by going to the link below. Thank you for joining us today for today's State of the City with the City Clerk's office. We appreciate your time and attention, and we will see you next year. Okay. Test 1, 2. Talk, talk, talk. Move, move. Woo! It may not look like it, but we worked really hard on this. 24-25 fiscal year.
Fast, you know.
Dang it, I was doing so good at first. Achievements that we completed through... No, Bailey Ray, and I'm gonna be telling you about the... for the City Clerk's office today. Last year I did everything in one cut. I just want you to know that. Just trying to say the General Assembly. That's what I meant. We're getting it this time, and if it's trash, we're using it. Dr. Mark Fox, and who was our other one? James Mayberry. We're gonna cut that. We're gonna cut there. Hey, we're gonna represent. I give up, Lee. Maybe I should just gavel my head and be done.